Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button and also please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is an overview of the Cold Steel Trench Hawk. Another fun purchase that I have in my collection, as I obviously don't need, don't need a essentially basically a battle axe, which the trench hawk is. It's a combat axe, and I really don't need in my suburban life. I don't find my need for a combat axe. Don't find myself running up against armored knights or anything like that. But I bought this one as a fun thing. It's an awesome piece. I've always been fascinated by this sort of pieces. The tomahawk type builds. Those sort of things. And the trench hawk really tickled my fancy. It is a beast. It's they actually listed on the website, Cold Steel. They list them. On one side it says, the description says it's 1055, and then on another part as 5150 carbon steel drop. Both say that they are either 1055 or 5150 carbon steel drop forged, differentially hardened steel heads. They all both, whatever steel they use, it has this convex, sharpened convexed grind. Came reasonably sharp from the factory. I have sharpened it up a bit more, and they all feature these. The heads actually only come down to here, and they're secured by these bolts, and they have these 19-inch polypropylene handles, replaceable handles. The idea with these are they actually say you can throw these. I have thrown this axe somewhat successfully. I don't see myself as a skilled axe thrower. I am practicing it a bit more, but the idea is these throwing axes, you're going to snap handles. Eventually, no matter what happens, they will snap. But with the polypropylenes handles, the replaceable handles is when they snap them, you can buy the replacement handles really easily. And it's just a matter of undoing the bolts and replacing the handles. I think that's a pretty good idea. And if you notice, all I've done, because these handles tend to be a bit slippery, the obvious thing is to wrap it in camo form. And I am a big fan of camo form. I put that stuff on everything. I cover it. And while it is a good product, it works really well on many things. I have found after a while, after long-term use of the stuff, it does dry out and stop sticking. You can wash it and get it to work again, but another fix is you get bicycle inner tubes, normal bikes, and if you can find the right ones that will fit it, this is just what they call ranger bands, which are bicycle inner tubes, and you put that rubber over the top of handles, and that adds, especially if you gets a little bit of moisture on there, it becomes tacky almost, and that adds a bit of texture and a bit of grip. And I think that is a perfect solution, especially in the fact that it suits the handle very well. You can almost not see it there, and it just goes all the way to there. Adds a lot of texture, and it works really well. And I think that's one of the best mods you can do for these trench hawks, and I thoroughly recommend that. Like, if you're going to get one, if this style of hatchet or hawk, and that there's a contention there. Well, hatchets, as far as I'm concerned, are wood processing, and hawks are for fighting. That's the differentiation between the two. So if your axe is primarily used for wood processing, it's a hatchet. Small axe used for wood processing, then it's a hatchet. If it's a small axe primarily used for fighting, then it's a hawk. So this is a small axe used primarily for fighting. So it's a hawk. So that's how I use the name anyway. So if you're going to mod your trench hawk, I'd find a bicycle inner tube. They're only like $2 or $3. Just find one that fits there, and it's a bastard to get it on. I can tell you, you will struggle to slip it on there because they don't stretch very easily, but it's well worth the effort to slide it on there. You can roll them up, but that's pretty hard to do too. So just a lot of grunting and groaning, get it on there, slip it over there, and you end up getting on there. But it's a very fun piece. It's a formidable piece. I've jammed this into phone books, and like, I'm a big fella. I'm 6'2", weigh 120 kilos, and I put my whole weight into it, and it'll bury itself into phone books that deep. And and again, you're firing it into phone books, and one chop, it'll go straight into it. It'll bury the axe head or go straight into it. A single chop. They're perfectly suited to what they're designed for, and that's chopping things. Whatever target you design, you designate as what you're chopping it at. As I said, I don't have a specific target in mind for it. When I bought it, I can't really fit it in frame. Sorry about that, but yeah, I love it. It's a brutal piece, but it's just a fun piece. I live in a free society, as free as most Western societies are, and I think we should be allowed to own these sort of things, personally. Anyway, that's the trench hawk. Cold steel trench hawk. Just a fun battle axe. as they would probably properly call it. I'll put all the stats for it down in the thing. I should show you this too. I'm not really excited about this is what the sheath it comes in. It's slow to deploy. Covers all the sharp bits, so it works as advertised. But I'm going to try and come up with some sort of kydex system where you might be able to slide the axe over it or something. I don't know. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to do that. And I did envision one day maybe taking the head off and stripping the black paint off it, black off it, and maybe polishing it up and that. I don't know yet. Might just leave it as it is and just use it as it is yet. Just see how it goes. But it just gives me pleasure just owning things like this. Just for no other reason, just to have them, fool around with them, enjoy them. Take them out, out hunting with me. Not that I'd ever use them out hunting, just, chopping at dead logs and that sort of thing, That's what I mean when I say take them out hunting. Dead pieces of wood or whatever. Because I don't agree with, slamming them into live trees or anything like that. Or, but if you're, slamming them into dead pieces of wood or whatever, or inanimate objects, yeah, go for it. They're brilliant sort of smashing pieces up like that. That's fine, as far as I can see. But anyway, that's the cold steel trench hawk. Another interesting and fun piece that I have in my collection. Thanks for watching.